Welcome back, True Seeker. Yesterday, when LeBron went to the 76ers, as we predicted well before it happened, again, he announced he wasn't going back to the Lakers 76 days before the Pope's birthday. Of course, LeBron's Catholic educated, like half the people in the NBA. Going to Kobe's hometown for the 81st season. And now they got to bring in that he's going to travel to the games in a helicopter. But of course, Kobe with the career high 81. He died at 41. LeBron's 41. $8 million on the 24th after 8 years with the Lakers. 24 days after saying he's not going to return to the Lakers. I mean, the Kobe ritual is so obvious. But again, on the day of this news, LeBron says he still wants to sacrifice. And remember, right before J.J. Redick became the coach of the Lakers, he did a podcast with LeBron, and he said, "Hey, LeBron, what's the secret to the longevity of your career?" And he goes, "You got to sacrifice your loved ones." J.J. Redick was like, "Well, that sounded kind of funny, LeBron. Can you say that again?" You got to sacrifice your loved ones. And, way before that podcast, we were out here showing you all the ritual sacrifice that goes on in the world of sports. And over the years, I've talked about a lot of deaths clearly connected to LeBron James. A lot. Again, he signed with he signed with the LA Lakers, and within a few days, we had two former UCLA players dead. You learn gematria, you recognize what was significant about their deaths. They both connected to this number that relates with the word king. LeBron forever doing King James rituals, now just signed with the 76ers. On the anniversary of King James becoming the king. Don't forget, he became king at 13 months of age, barely a year old. He was just learning to walk and already the king. And, of course, Kobe, 13th pick of the draft. LeBron, 41, the 13th prime. LeBron, who won the finals for the Cavs on the real King James' birthday. But, again, just all this major ritualism, and once again, LeBron has to incorporate sacrifice into his signing. And, I mean, just watch it, guys. It's going to get nasty. And, LeBron is a megastar. And don't forget, the day LeBron passed Kobe in points scored, it was in Philly, Kobe's hometown, and then the next day Kobe was dead. And if you missed yesterday's stream, we went into great detail about how perfectly synced his signing was with Philly and that ritual. But yeah, start thinking of some big Philadelphia legends. Julius Erving is 76 right now. One of the biggest Philadelphia sports legends of my lifetime is Randall Cunningham. And I thought, let me look at Randall Cunningham just in case they got plans for Randall. And again, I hope none of this happens, but when I looked at Randall Cunningham, things started to jump out right away. So we're going to go through a number of things here. We're going to talk about people like Charles Barkley, too. And we live in this kind of world where if it was reported that Charles Barkley died in a car accident because he was drunk, nobody would even question it, right? He has a history of DWIs. But we're going to look at all these things and why you can see they're all part of a script and why that script might be going to a dark place for some of these people. But and keep in mind, you guys, Randall Cunningham had that suspicious death of his young family member in the hot tub in Vegas in not too distant history before he became the chaplain of the Las Vegas Raiders. But yeah, we're going to start here by looking at Randall Cunningham. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about the death of the 49er and Patriot and a number of other teams that supposedly offed himself, another 38 special. Anyway, we're going to talk about it all, but I want to start right here with Randall Cunningham. I think in the time LeBron is in Philly, Randall Cunningham, he's got a bullseye drawn on him. And what jumped out to me right away when I looked at Randall Cunningham is his birthday. He's born on the anniversary of King James dying. King James died on March 27th. Randall Cunningham was born on the 338th anniversary of King James's death. And just to make a long story short, look at this, you guys. The Philadelphia 76ers, you spell it out as words, 338. And funny enough, the Oklahoma City Thunder's 338, that jumps. These are the only two teams in the NBA that are 338. The reason the Thunder jump out to me is because yesterday when LeBron signed with Philly, it was 206 days after LeBron's birthday. Seattle is the 206 area code. The Thunder came from Seattle. The other year, we told you guys, Thunder were lock city to win the 79th NBA Finals in light of the Sonics winning their only championship in 79. And don't forget, as soon as last year began with the Thunder as the defending champs, who dropped dead? Lenny Wilkins, who coached that 79 Sonics team. But yeah, Randall Cunningham, not only is his birthday King James' death anniversary, he was born one day after the Philadelphia 76ers moved to Philadelphia. We just talked about this yesterday. March 26, 63 is when Philadelphia 76ers were established. They were the Syracuse Nationals before. So isn't that strange? One day after they get the basketball team, Randall Cunningham's born, this Philadelphia sports legend. And, you know, I'll skip the UNLV piece for now in the Las Vegas Raiders. But yeah, he was literally born on the 338th anniversary of King James' death. And you can see right here, Philadelphia 76ers established March 26, 63. Cunningham born the next day. Randall Cunningham, 76, playing in the land of the 76ers, who are named after the founding of the country in Philadelphia in 1776. We're going to look at some amazing things with Randall Cunningham's stats in light of this upcoming NFL season, too, and why he better look out this year. For the record, his full name, Randall Wade Cunningham Sr., 101, like LeBron Ramon James, like Philadelphia. Big number with Philadelphia sports. We talked about the year the Eagles, and if you guys weren't here the year the Eagles beat the Patriots, I gave you guys that as the Super Bowl future at the start of the season, and I said, look out for the Eagles to start this year 10-1, which they went on to do a lot like 101. Again, all this stuff was given out for free. I didn't even have a Patreon back then. But yeah, his name has that big Philly connection, 101, which is the 26th prime, and here we are in 2026. Now, let me scroll down to Randall Cunningham's stats here. Let me see if I can zoom this in so it's big enough for you guys. Can you see that he started 135 games in his whole career, right? Remember, we call Philly the 135 city. The key of David equals 135, which is reference to the Church of Philadelphia in Revelation, the concluding book of the King James Bible. For Philadelphia, he started in 107 games. It's going to be the 107th NFL season upcoming. The phrase ritual sacrifice equals 107. We talked about how the 107th game of this NFL season is going to be Philadelphia hosting LeBron's favorite team, the Cowboys. And it's going to be the 135th meeting of the Eagles and Cowboys in that game. And you had the Tony Romo news yesterday. The DWI, Tony Romo equals 135. He was replaced with Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft. That was around the time Carson Wentz set the rookie passing record with 135 passes without an interception. Fly, Eagles, fly. See, again, for you new people here, there's always new people here. Veterans are like, Zach, stop telling us the same things. New people need to know. Fly, Eagles, fly, 135. Kobe Bean Bryant, Kobe's full name, 135. The Key of David, 135. Philadelphia established on 135 date numerology. You see how the Key of David's also 63 forwards and backwards? The 76ers are now 63 years old. In terms of their time being in Philadelphia, if you have the Syracuse Nationals years, they're longer. You can see the Key of David's 216 too, like LeBron came from Cleveland. And remember, the new GM for the team, who used to be ranked as a top player in the nation in high school alongside LeBron, who also is from the same area in Ohio. Yesterday was 215 days after his birthday, like the Philadelphia area code, or the 216th day of his age. But yeah, Cunningham, 63. We'll get to Charles Barkley, who's 63 right now. So Randall Cunningham, 63 years old, 1963, the year Philly got the 76ers. And Randall Cunningham, I had to go back and look at his career. He took his first snap on September 8th, 9/8, the Virgin Mary's birthday, another big Catholic thing. LeBron has that Chosen One tattoo on his back. Chosen 98. Chosen 198. National Basketball Association 98. His first finals versus Curry with the Cavs. That was 98 days after he dropped his season high 42 in tribute to Nate Thurman, who played for both teams. That game went to overtime 98-98, 98 days after dropping 42. Again, they lost 100 to a 108 in overtime. But the point is that 98 is a big number with the NBA. It's interesting how Randall Cunningham played his first game on 9-8. Now, look what day he got his first start. September 15th? Okay, that's weird. That's the day leaving 107 days left in the year. And here we go into the 107th season. And who did he play that day? He played the Rams. The Rams, who are hosting the Super Bowl, like LeBron just went from LA, where the Rams now are, to Philadelphia, like the Kobe LA Philly connect, like the Will Smith LA Philly connect. There were 23 points in that game, like LeBron number 23. Remember, LeBron, he wore the 23 patch last year at age 41. King, 23 and 41. Signs with Philly on the anniversary of King James becoming the king. King's also 67 in reverse, like those UCLA players that dropped dead. I'm going to interrupt real quick, you guys. Here's the place to leave great decodes, you guys. I'm tired of you guys leaving 50-paragraph decodes in the YouTube comments that get deleted half the time. Use the website that I pay for every month that has a lot of awesome tools. Go to freetofindtruth.com, download the thing for your app. You can do it on your smartphone. This is the place to leave great comments. Almost nobody uses this website that I've now paid for the better part of the last decade. This is where things will get seen. This is a great place to respond. It's not going to get censored. It's not going to get deleted. You guys got to stop with the 50-paragraph decodes in the YouTube comment section that nobody reads. That website needs to get more traffic. Anyway, coming back. I just said that because I just got another one, a notification right here, and I'm thinking, why do you guys all do this? You post it in the right place, a place that'll get saved and preserved and seen and appreciated. Okay. Anyway, the Rams and Eagles do play each other this year, and what's interesting about that, and can you guys not blow up my phone right now while I'm presenting? That would also be great. That's it, isn't it? That's the thing about this phone age with all the dings and chimes. God, it's just so easy to get distracted. It's like that. Whoever 480 is, can you please stop sending a text message every 5 seconds? Jesus, 480, you're going on the shit list. Okay. Anyway, September 15th. Randall Cunningham's first start. The Rams and Eagles play each other this year, and it's interesting that they play on 10-4. This is LeBron's fourth team. He's trying to help the 76ers win their fourth championship. The last time they won it was 83, right before he was born, with the faux ritual with Moses Malone. Kobe Bryant was 4 years old then. Kobe was a big part of that Super Bowl 52 run, where the Eagles had to win in LA to make it to the Super Bowl. And, you know, it was the year that Carson Wentz, who set the rookie passing record with 135 passes without a pick, got replaced by Nick Foles. And I still remember all the haters. Oh, Zach's pick's going to be wrong. There's no way Nick Foles is doing it. I say, you guys aren't paying attention. You better check those Nick Foles initials. They're the date of the flag's birthday. It was all about the flag that year. That was the whole ritual. Anyway, but yeah, it is interesting that the Eagles play the Rams, and it's on the 10th. 10's the fourth triangular number. So that's a game early in the season. And October 4th leaves 88 days left in the year, but it's also the first of the last 89 days of the year. Los Angeles, California equals 89. King James 89. Religion 89. Again, when LeBron won the finals on the real King James's birthday, the Warriors scored 89, losing. And in 89... Randall Cunningham did lose to the Rams in the playoffs. So, there's more to think about here. But yeah, Randall Cunningham is someone that, you know, he better look out. Because where LeBron goes, bodies drop. And, you know, this wouldn't be questioned as much as Kobe's death. You know, Kobe dying at 41. Almost fresh out of retirement. You know, Randall Cunningham's been off the world stage for a minute, but still relatively young. But this is what happens in this world of entertainment and celebrity. And the sad thing is they could report that Randall Cunningham died in a helicopter crash and people probably still wouldn't get the joke. So, FYI, Cunningham was also the 37th pick of the draft. Los Angeles equals 37, as does Bryant. And don't forget that Kobe did die on the 37th anniversary of Bear Bryant dying, and Bear Bryant died in 83, the last time Philly won the championship. Again, Bryant, run it forwards 26, run it in reverse 37. 26th day of the year, 37th anniversary of Bear Bryant. Helicopter crash. 83. Bear Bryant was a football coach, football 83, and that was the year Philly won the championship over LA. Now LeBron does this ritual, going to Kobe's hometown where he's reportedly going to fly a helicopter. I mean, come on. And he still wants to sacrifice. So those are some thoughts on Randall Cunningham there. And, you know, how about Charles Barkley, man? Charles Barkley. Sir Charles, right? Sir, a word they like to use over in the UK. Royalty, kings. But look at this. From Sir Charles' birthday, born in 63, who's also 63 right now. Sir Charles, who played a lot of years with the 76ers. From his birthday to LeBron signing with the Lakers. Or not the Lakers, but the 76ers. 154 days. King James 154. Ritual sacrifice also 154. And his full name, Charles Wade Barkley, look how perfect it is. 313. Remember, 313 is the 65th prime number. Philadelphia 65, the 65 city. LeBron signed yesterday with the 76ers 313 days after the Pope's birthday. Again, 52 days before the Pope's birthday, like the Eagles won Super Bowl 52. 52-week calendar for the Pope. Again, LeBron announced he was leaving the Lakers 76 days before the Pope's birthday. The Pope, who went to college in Villanova, just outside Philly. And for the record, Villanova is another big 135 program. Villanova. This rigged NBA Finals with the Nova Knicks was all about the Pope and Villanova. Villanova won the 80th season in San Antonio for March Madness. Jalen Brunson on that team wins the 80th NBA Finals in San Antonio on the last day of his dad being 53 for the Knicks' first championship in 53 years. But yeah, the name Barkley too. Don't forget, you guys, that Saquon Barkley was doing all these rituals synced with Charles Barkley when he went from New York to Philly. And we pointed out how Charles Barkley equaled 59 that year, and the Eagles won the Super Bowl on Saquon Barkley's birthday. Remember, the Eagles had two birthdays that day. Number 33, who had the pick six, and number 26, Barkley. Put it together, 33 plus 26, 59. The Eagles take Super Bowl 59. But what's interesting is yesterday it made headlines that Barkley burned Jordan's jersey for LeBron coming to town. And remember, Michael Jordan has that 76 and 59 connection. Yesterday was Nick Nurse's 59th day of his age. Charles Barkley equals 59. You see how Michael Jordan's also 238? Hold on. Charles Barkley's also got the 238. Remember, that's Kobe's birthday also, 23/8. And what is it? Is it Eye of Providence? Yeah, the thing on the dollar bills got the 238. There's something there with that. It's related to the all-seeing eye. But yeah, all these major basketball players on the world stage. Barkley never won nothing, though. But yeah, you know, LeBron goes to the 76ers on Nick Nurse's 59th birthday, and Saquon Barkley burns a Michael Jordan jersey. Michael Jordan, who played his last pro game in Philadelphia. So yeah, something's up with that. Something's up with that. And don't forget, Barkley wears 26. Here we are in 2026. Jordan's got that 26 connection and 37. Like Bryant, who emulated MJ. Kobe Bryant, 113. Michael Jordan, 113. Yesterday was 113 days before King Charles' birthday. Again, in history, the son of King James was King Charles. Obviously not the one who's king right now, but just another King Charles. And those who fought for him were called Cavaliers in the English Civil War. But yeah, just all this major ritualism just coming together. So, yeah, Sir Charles better look out. Got a little drinking problem, known for hitting the road with a few too many in the system. You see how his birthday is February 20th? That date can be written 20/2. Skull and Bones has the 202, 76, and 41. LeBron goes to the 76ers at age 41, aligned with Charles Barkley. And don't forget the Miami presser accidental release, which was just bait for the gamblers to steal money from the public. That was on the 202nd day of the year, July 21st. And don't forget, this is all synced with the Pope, whose birthday is 14/9. Okay, so that's the Charles Barkley angle. You just never know. They love to shock people. Can you see it tonight on TNT with Shaq and Ernie and Kenny the Jet Smith, and they're all up there mourning? Probably would all know the truth, but have to go along with the lie. Yeah, just a reminder, you guys. If you're out there, you got a little substance abuse problem, gambling problem like Sir Charles, check out the 12 steps. Check out this number on the screen. I'd like to do a moment of silence for Sir Charles tonight. Probably be before a 76ers Suns game scheduled in prime time. LeBron sets a career high 63 points. By the way, isn't LeBron's career high 61? Isn't that his career high 61? On 3-3. Oh no. Oh boy, in the year of Super Bowl 61, playing for Philadelphia. I mean, come on, you guys. Woo! We got more to cover. That's how they would do it, though. What a performance from the 42-year-old. If only Charles was here to see it. Okay. Jaylen Brown, the news was July 1st that he was going to the 76ers. The official signing, and that was one day after LeBron announced he wasn't going back to the Lakers. That was the day before, that was the day after we told you, man, is LeBron going to the 76ers? But anyway, the official, they got it all in ink on 7/6 for Jaylen Brown to the 76ers. By the way, did you guys know if you drive from LeBron's hometown on Interstate 76, I-76 takes you right to Philadelphia? From Akron, Ohio, where LeBron was born with Steph Curry and Nate Thurman, to Philly is I-76 all the way. And do you see how I-76 is also I-81? Interstates, like in some places, they're the same interstate. Look at that. I-76 is also I-81 for the 81st season, you guys. Kobe Bean Bryant in the helicopter. LeBron taking the helicopter to... Oh, my God, man. They just can't get enough of mocking humanity. They just can't get enough. And you know what trips me out is the 409 miles. That's the 80th prime, Bryant's 80. 2027, it's the 81st season, but it's also 80 years since Philly won the first sports championship. The Warriors, I believe it was over the Chicago Stags. Is that right? 1947 Pro Basketball Championship. Was it Warriors over Stags? Oh, wait, no. What? Oh, this did 48. All right, here. Let's do it this way. 46-47. Yeah, the Philadelphia Warriors beat the Chicago Stags. Could there be something there with Barkley burning the Jordan jersey? What's it about? But yeah, check this out. From Jaylen Brown's signing on 7/6 officially with the 76ers to the Super Bowl 61 when LeBron had a career high of 61. And now they're... both on the same team. Isn't it wild that was 223 days before Super Bowl 61? Philadelphia 223-61 on June 1st. Jaylen Brown's cousin A.J. Brown did the opposite move. He went from Philadelphia to Boston. Jaylen Brown went from Boston to Philadelphia. What's up with that? His full name, Jaylen Marcellus Brown, 81. In Philly for the 81st season. Kobe Bean Bryant, 81. So there's a few other notes on that post you might want to read, but yeah, I'm just talking about all the obvious ritualism here. Again, exposing how the whole world of sports is one big rig script Again, shout out to Cousin Mar from the Philadelphia area. Saw what we were talking about, the year 55, put together a future using the knowledge, and literally turned $85 into $85,000 to change his entire life. And a lot of people did that kind of stuff in 2016 when we hit every future too. Again, not betting the house, not risking everything, but using the knowledge to turn that small bill into a big bill. Been a lot of people that have made life-changing money off this knowledge without risking the bank. Again, you guys, I mean, just, isn't it sad? Nobody would be alarmed or manipulated by this if they had knowledge. It's a major problem lacking knowledge. Think about how blind and inept you really have to be as a human being to not see what they just did with LeBron. Most people don't know it's the 81st season, okay? Most people don't pay attention to that at all. The average fan has no idea it's going to be the 81st season. They're not thinking about Kobe dropping 81. They're not thinking about Gematria and how Kobe being Bryant equals 81. They don't have a clue. But everybody knows Kobe wore 8 and 24. A lot of people probably remember that Kobe died at 41. So come on, man. The headlines everywhere that LeBron signs for $8 million on the 24th. And then is thinking about flying helicopters to the game. And the average reaction is, come on, LeBron, don't do that. We don't want you to be the next Kobe. How's that your reaction? Don't you realize these people's middle fingers are way up and they're all the way up your ass as they just laugh at you? 24 days after he says he's not going back to the Lakers, on the 24th, on the anniversary of King James becoming the king. You know? And we gave you numerous shots at why it looked like it was going to be Philadelphia and the 76ers well before it happened. So, the mockery. You want me to show you something else about helicopter? Yesterday had a lesser date numerology of 57, right? Helicopter 57. Yesterday was 111 days before the Superior General's birthday. Again, like I'm saying, it's the Jesuits, the military order of the Catholic Church, that write the scripts. How do we know that? Because they gave us the language in the calendar. Who else could possibly be doing this? On a 57-date numerology, 111 days before the Superior General's birthday. And that Oliver Tree guy, remember, he just died in a similar ritual. At least so we're told. Oliver Tree, 57. Notice helicopter crash is also 79, like LeBron Raymond James. And watch out, tomorrow's got 79-date numerology. But he died in Brazil. Brazil finished this World Cup with 79 wins in the World Cup all time. Brazil was eliminated after their 79th win. Okay. In light of all things being in sync with Pope Leo, who went to school at Villanova, who graduated from Villanova in 77. I just said yesterday I had 57-date numerology. That was the lesser date numerology. You get it by adding July 24th, 26 as numbers. 7 plus 24 plus 26 is 57. The full date numerology is July 24th, 2026. So 7 plus 24 plus 20 plus 26, which is 77. Again, Pope Leo graduated from Villanova in 77. He was consecrated by a man named James Patrick Green. Remember, all this stuff synced with King James. James Patrick Green, born May 3rd, which can be written 3-5, like Catholic equals 35, like King James equals 35, like King James was born a Catholic. Yesterday, the ritual was 35 days after King James's birthday on the anniversary of him becoming the king, and it goes to show how long has this stuff been going on for. Was the person who was taken out to make King James the king, were they a ritual sacrifice at that time? So it would line up so perfectly with King James becoming king 35 days after his birthday. Again, just nonstop ritualism. You guys have been talking about King James and 35 since forever. But yeah, this guy's name, James Patrick Green, 76. He's 76 years old right now. Yesterday, LeBron's signing with the Lakers. It was 82 days after his birthday, or the 83rd day of his age. Again, pro basketball equals 82, game 82, Bryant 82, 82 game season. 76ers haven't won it since 83. That guy's birthday, May 3rd, is also the feast date for James the Just, Catholic saint. And watch out, because the feast date for Protestants for him is October 23rd, which is the anniversary of Ignatius of Loyola being born, the founder of the Jesuits. And that's what day the World Series begins. And the All-Star game just happened in Philadelphia days before LeBron signed. And the All-Star game was 101 days before game one of the World Series. So there's something up with that. Zach Wheeler, the Phillies pitcher, had just become 10-1 for the year right before the All-Star break. Okay, again, just about this 107 thing. We just talked about this with Randall Cunningham. The Eagles are literally playing the Cowboys the night before Philadelphia's birthday in the 107th game of the season. But if you look it up, Kobe supposedly died in a helicopter crash built by Sikorsky. You know what day in history Mr. Sikorsky died? He died on October 26th. This game will be on the 54th anniversary of his death on that day in 72. Remember, Kobe Bean Bryant, 54. Jesuit order, 54 and 72. Son also equals 54. Remember, Kobe was 41. His daughter was 13. Put it together, they died on a Sunday. That mural was painted of them, Kobe holding up his daughter, dunking the ball with the sun in the background on him. We talked about that at the time. He was 41, she was 13. Tupac to live and die in L.A. L.A. 13 and 41. Don't forget L.A. has that 4 connection with the whole faux thing with Philly over L.A. while Kobe was 4, who would eventually play in L.A. Went to a Catholic high school like LeBron. Yeah, this game's also going to be 94 days after LeBron signed him with Philly. Basketball court, 94 feet long. The 94 Super Bowl did feature the Cowboys beating the Bills, which, you guys, that was 133 days before the OJ supposed murder of his wife. Big football number. For all you Cowboys fans to keep the dream alive. The Super Bowl is on 2/14 for the first time ever. The Dallas area code, we'll see. But yeah, Tony Romo, he had that humiliation ritual fumbling the ball at the goal line versus the Seahawks in the playoffs. I believe it was either the end of 2006 or the start of 2007. It's probably the start of 2007. But yeah, Tony Romo in the headlines yesterday for being a drunk. So I know there's something up with that. Again, Tony Romo equals 135. This will be the 135th meeting of the Eagles and Cowboys. Again, Philly 135 town. Fly Eagles fly 135. Tony Romo 135. There's something up with this game. Here's Mr. Sikorsky. Died on this day. Created the helicopter that supposedly Kobe died in. The Sunday night football game's interesting too. It'll be the 106th game of the season. Seahawks hosting, who won the 106th season, hosting the Chiefs. Then the Eagles host the Cowboys. In history, the Dallas Texans became the Kansas City Chiefs. So there should be a ritual between these two games. Always ritualism with the weekly script. Hold on, let me go to that's week 5, I believe. I believe it's week 5. Like basketball is a game of 5-on-5. Let's see here. Or wait. No, it's not. I'm tripping. It's week 7. It's week 7. Week 7. There are going to be 14 games that week. I got to think more about it. Pay attention to those home and away records for the whole season, because the season's all one big script. We keep track of the home and away record all season. Last year, we got early in the Patriots' future to be in the Super Bowl because they got the 106th home win of the year for the 106th season in primetime on a Monday Night Football game. And it was 112 days from Vrabel's birthday. And I forget, there were some other Super Bowl numbers in the ritual, but we said, man, that looks good for the Patriots to be there. You know, the Patriots were off to a good start at that point, but it was still early in the season. So pay attention. It's all one big script. If you guys want to plug your ears and keep believing this is all real, you're only going to hurt yourself. And yeah, here's Tony Romo on the same day. Same day this became the headline. Suppose he got the DWI or OWI, whatever they want to call it, the day prior, but the news broke around the same time as LeBron going to Philly. Uh, the 59-75 thing does stand out for Philly, man. Dallas got a shot. They like to put 59 and 76 together. You know, that's the slave code. 59-76. Negro, Rasta, Blues. Black History Month ends on the 59th day, recognized by the feds in 76. Michael Jordan, 76. LeBron goes to Philly on Nick Nurse's 59th birthday as he becomes a 76er. So we'll cross that bridge all the way, but just remember that is the record right now, 59 and 75 all time. And about the happened in Milwaukee, remember Milwaukee is connected to Seattle because the Seattle Pilots baseball team became the Milwaukee Brewers. Yesterday was 206 days after LeBron's birthday. That's the Seattle area code. Last year they set a Super Bowl or a season record. Their kicker had 206 points for the season. The only other Super Bowl the Seahawks won 12 years earlier for the 12th man. Russell Wilson had 206 passing yards. All right, and this news also broke yesterday. And last night when the news broke, it said this player killed himself on July 23rd. This morning the story's updated. He now killed himself on July 21st. And what do I tell you about July 21st every year? It's the day leaving 163 days left in the year, the 38th prime number. They want to tell you this man took his life at age 38, a man who won Super Bowl 49, where the Patriots beat the Seahawks. Super Bowl 60 was the Seahawks beating the Patriots in the 49ers building. This man also played for the 49ers. Look at this. With the new date of death, which is not what it was the night prior, from the Super Bowl. By the way, July 21st is the 202nd day of the year. So he supposedly killed himself on that day. San Francisco 202. A few years ago, Tony Bennett died on that day, whose biggest song was I Left My Heart in San Francisco. But yeah, from the Super Bowl to his death on July 21st, the day leaving 163 days left in the year, was 163 days later, the 38th prime. Death, murder, killing, RIP, they're all 38. The 49ers named after the Gold Rush. And don't forget, the 49ers won their first ever Super Bowl. Here's why you got to know your base ciphers, you guys. Gold equals 16. 49ers' first Super Bowl win was Super Bowl 16 with Joe Montana, number 16, on the anniversary of the Gold Rush beginning. Look it up, you guys. Super Bowl 16 was on the anniversary date of the Gold Rush beginning. I believe Joe Montana just turned 70, by the way. Yeah, he just turned 70 this year, you guys. So that's interesting, too. Something to think about. The World Cup began on his birthday. Joe Montana, number 16 and 19. Argentina played the 19th game of the World Cup on the 16th. Messi had the hat trick, getting to 16 goals in the World Cup. Spain won the 19th World Cup and then won their second World Cup 16 years later. Joe Montana beat the Bengals in Super Bowls 16 and 23. This was the 23rd World Cup, Spain 23. The Bengals are going to play in Spain 112 days after the World Cup finale. World Cup 112 like Super Bowl. Pay attention. It's all one big script. Pay attention to the scores, the numbers. They give away the clues. But yeah, you know, 38 in death, murder, and killing. I mean, something I've been a broken record about. Hollywood let you know murder by numbers with a 38 encoded in the words. Murder 38, also 83 like football, like the song Murder by Numbers came out in 83, like the star of the movie's name equals 83, and the movie came out 38 weeks after a birthday, and it came out on April 19th, which is a date only important to the Jesuits, which is known for Waco and Oklahoma City and the start of the Revolutionary War. What just happened in Canada in 2020, they got gun rights taken away. But yeah, you know, 38 again, and they want to tell you he took his own life. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what they want to tell you. And hey, you know what skeptics would say? They'd say, well, listen, I just read the news story, and the family even came out and said he killed himself. Doesn't mean anything to me. Doesn't mean one thing to me. I know how bad family can be. I know how people can get paid off and do anything. Money will make people do anything. How do you know that family wasn't held at gunpoint and said, you dare say anything else, you'll be in the obituaries too? Here, let's show you some other stories. You remember when this happened? Have you ever seen what happened to Jennifer Hudson's family? How about this one? Celine Dion? You remember like her dad died and their brother died in the same day? Mariah Carey, mom and sister dead in the same day in the headlines. Nobody blinked an eye. Do you want us to keep going down the list? Okay, all you need to say here is just give us the written statement. He killed himself. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're going to publish that. And by the way, just because we're not that bad, here's $1 million to a hush hush money. Don't worry, we just print it straight out of this machine over here. It's all backed against nothing. Thanks to Richard Nixon and what he did back in the 70s on the Jesuit Order's birthday. We got the monopoly money print machine. We just give it to the people we want to. It's all one big fake system to control humanity, just like the rigged sports games, which your son parlayed in for us. Thank you for his efforts. He did his part to keep the masses on their ass. So that'd be my response to him going, well, what do you got to say about the family came out and said he killed himself, huh? I read the story in the papers, which always tells us the truth, where yesterday they didn't even know what day he died. Now he died on a different day. July 23rd last night, July 21st this morning. And that's the other thing I hate too, is this stuff happens all the time with these stories. I can't tell you how many times I cover something like this, and then the next day the date's changed, and then the whole comment section must be the paid for trolls or AI bots or whatever, and they're just filling up, how can this mean anything? You don't even have this right date of death. It's like, okay, I don't anymore because the story changed from 24 hours ago, but is that my fault? How come their stories are always changing? Okay, and that's the thing too. They change the story, but the numbers still make sense. Here's how it was yesterday, you guys. Yesterday he died July 23rd, and did the numbers change because we exposed this last night in the live stream? We said, okay, he died July 23rd, 49 days from the season opener between the. This was last night's information that he had died July 23rd. So he had died 49 days from the season opener between the same two teams that played in last year's Super Bowl that also played in Super Bowl 49, which he played in. What's going on here? He played in 44 games. Initially, his death date was July 23rd, which was 193 days from his birthday, which is the 44th prime number. Here, right here. Former NFL offensive lineman Jordan Davey died on July 23rd. Yahoo Sports. That's how it was when the news broke. And now that he died on July 21st, well, man, that's 191 days. The old Society of Jesus number, like everyone plays for that Jesuit Lombardi trophy. July 21st, the day he died, is the anniversary of the Jesuit suppression. Last night we had the fake Christian in here who's just desperate for views, who was trying to downplay the murder by numbers. And can you imagine going to us and going, well, can you prove that anybody killed him? As he believes in a story printed by a book where he can't prove anything. Where's any proof for this character you believe in? There's literally zero zip nada proof of anything about this thing that you believe in so much. But us showing these patterns every single day, you want to doubt that? When all roads lead back to Rome, you want to doubt that? You got to be a special kind of stupid, and that's the problem with most people in this country. They are a special kind of stupid. That's why they believe all this bullshit and then denounce what we put down every day, which is undeniable. Are you stupid or not? If you're an American, the average answer or the reality of the average person is, yeah, you're dumber than shit. I mean, let's be real about it. The average American is a retard. They should be manufacturing a lot more short buses so we can see the reality when these people go to slave school. How about this one, you guys? How many times have I talked about the Bay Area and Philly? I mean, I just talked about it yesterday before this news even broke. Bay Area, Philly, Bay Area, Philly, Bay Area, Philly. Look at this story. Kyle Shanahan, supposedly in a car crash. I bet it's as real as the Tiger Woods car crash hoax from the... Actually, now Tiger Woods has been involved in 2 car crash hoaxes. But anyway, look at this. Kyle Shanahan, this news broke today, supposedly in a car crash on July 14th, 215 days before the Super Bowl. Isn't that the Philadelphia area code? And notice also, the news breaks today, 223 days after his birthday. Philadelphia, 22361. This is all synced with Super Bowl 61. And today, or July 14th, was 58 days before the 49ers season opener. That was the last Super Bowl they were in. They lost to the Chiefs on the Vatican's birthday. And it was also a span of 59 days. Philly won Super Bowl 59. I can't explain enough about the Bay and Philly. The Liberty Bell spent time out there. The Athletics went from Philly to the Bay. The Warriors went from Philly to the Bay. A lot of players and coaches went from Philly to the Bay. There's all kinds of history, U.S. history between Philly and the Bay. It's just nonstop. And all of these ritualistic stories. How come we're hearing about this 11 days later? What's that about? Oh, by the way, July 14th was 41 days before his father's birthday. Big Super Bowl number. Something to think about. Last year, the Seahawks smoked the Niners in the postseason with 41 points. a sign that they had a real narrative to beat the Patriots, who also had a shot. See, that's what they've gotten good at doing that. This year, the Patriots had a shot at their 41st postseason win. We rode the Seahawks and Patriots all the way. We had almost a perfect run in the playoffs this year. And people will hate all year because they're like, you favored the Patriots. Yeah, I did. But I also said if you take the Patriots, you got to hedge with the Seahawks to win by at least 12. I told you guys if the Seahawks win, they're going to win by at least 12 for the 12th man for their first Super Bowl in 12 years. We nailed a bunch of player props. We had the under. If you took all my advice for the Super Bowl, you did just fine. Not to mention, we had the future in for the Patriots from mid-season when they picked up the 106th home win of the year. And hey, if you listen to my caller at the start of the year who pointed out that the Jewish rapper from Seattle put out a song $106 and he thought it was going to be the Seahawks, man, the Seahawks had monster odds then, and I was doubting him. I said to him that day, I said, I'd like it more if it was the 107th season. But I was overlooking this because I'd never done this before. Seattle WA106. The reason I said I'd like it more if it was 107 is because Seattle's 107, and you just saw what happened with Team USA going to 1-0-7 versus Belgium in Seattle on George Bush's birthday. Again, you guys, all part of one big script. Let's see. Don't forget, they won 4-1 on the other George Bush's birthday to start their run and lost 4-1. Skull and Bones 41, USA 41. Skull and Bones members George Bush. LeBron does the Skull and Bones ritual going to Philadelphia. The Christian wannabe guy with the accent last night, total fraud, fake, phony. He came in and was trying to downplay. He's like, well, what would you say about Spain getting the 38th win and 308 goals in the tournament? Things we've been talking about that you probably learned from our channel, just like you learned almost everything here. He was trying to downplay that had some connection to death, and then he didn't even know about the Spain train wreck. He was oblivious to that. He was trying to downplay that. He's like, what, you think that was a death ritual? Yeah. And look at what's going on today. Here's the top headline today on the 25th of the month. Spain getting decimated with fire. Spain did get their 38th win. And remember, the word champion is 38 too. And that's what we see all the time with these rigged championships. You want to be the champion? Get ready for some destruction. So on the 25th of the month, this is an international world headline that Spain is getting ravaged with fire. So is France, which has been going on through the whole World Cup. And consider both of these teams were in the final four. Four is a deadly number. Four is the number of death to the occult. But fire, 38 and 25 in the base ciphers. 38's the 25th composite. Mental midget moron last night was trying to downplay, like, what death? And then you tell him about the Spain thing, he just acts like, well, I hate these people. These people were sent here to derail this community and make this work look dumb. Here's how it works. Day after day, year after year, exponential proof. If you don't get it, you're a special kind of stupid. Face the facts. Also a related story. The mental midget British guy last night was trying to downplay the death of this man at 74 days after his birthday. He's like, well, I mean, people die at 74. And I say, but come on, man, the world of entertainment with all the 74 killing. He's like, how could you explain that to anybody? When I go and I preach Jesus, they get it. Well, is that not because society's all conditioned to this whole Jesus thing? But again, you read the story. It says this guy dropped dead unexpectedly in San Diego. Well, we call San Diego 74 town. Killing in San Diego, triple overlap in the 4 base ciphers, poison 74. Dropped dead unexpectedly, just dropped dead. Poison will do that. And again, known for The Mask, Jim Carrey's one of his breakout roles around the same time as Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Those two movies came out. I mean, Jim Carrey was Fire Marshal Bill on In Living Color before that, but when Ace Ventura and The Mask came out, Ace Ventura had Cameron Diaz. You know, a lot of people like that movie for all kinds of reasons. But look at this, man. He dropped dead on the 187th day of Jim Carrey's age, too. The news broke yesterday that he died on July 22nd. Homicide code in California, while Jim Carrey's 64. Mask and kill. Again, the mask is after Loki, the trickster. He died on a Wednesday named after Mercury, the trickster. I mean, again, I went over this last night, but 44 and 74, numbers that get put together all the time in killing. The 74th day of the year to remember the killing of Caesar in 44 BC, the Ides of March. I'm sorry. Again, you saw what that fake Christian, literal scumbag, lying, phony fraud last night trying to just downplay all these Just like a lot of other people who've crept in this community try to do. They try to downplay the repetitive patterns and go, look, so what's that proof? What's that proof? All of these ritualistic deaths by the same pattern over and over. And then you saw when his little smug ass in here, you're showing him all this, he's like, and, are you serious? Shut up, Fraud. And then something like this, too. This in the headlines last night. This guy from the punk rock band that's from the same town as Trump, sick of it all. Just think about how many people right now are just so sick of society. Just the rising cost, all the people fooled into voting for Trump, who was saying, no, listen, wars don't happen under me. I'm going to get all the costs done. I'm going to show you how incompetent Joe Biden, this administration was. Worst administration ever. I'm going to have it fixed within 24 hours. All the wars are going to be over. Ukraine, Russia's going to be done. This was Trump on the campaign trail, right? Isn't this everything he was saying over and over? The wars will be finished. It'll be peace in the Middle East. Costs will come down overnight. Everything's way up. More wars, more stress. Tariffs, just the exact opposite. And then again, all these mental images. I think I like Trump's tariff plan. How can you like his plan, you moron? Tariffs are taxes that get passed on to us. How can you possibly like it? Only because you're a retard. Anyway, look at this guy. This guy's name equals 40, right? His name equals 40. Lou Collar. It says right here, they found the band in Queens in 86. So 40 years ago. They were just about to celebrate their 40th anniversary tour. Says he was born in 67. Born in 67, banned in 86. Now he's dead. And then, I mean, look at the band name. Sick of it all, 45. Trump started out as number 45. Notice it's 9 days after his birthday. 45 is the 9th triangular number. Trump ran around with that commercial before becoming number 45 on the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. With that ad saying, looking good, number 9, looking good. It was all part of the script for him to become number 45. I'm pretty sure that's why this guy's really dead right here the day he is dead. So. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he died 40 days after Trump's birthday. Lou Collar from the same town as Trump, Queens, New York. Don't forget when Trump came out to Queen, we are the champions, en route to being number 45. But yeah, 40 years after the band formed, 40 days after Trump's birthday. I don't think that's an accident either. So anyway, just some other stuff in the headline. And I actually saw some other stuff in the headlines I didn't even get into. We got a 38-year-old football player dead. Look at his complexion, you guys. Isn't this who gets picked on the most, the darker complected people? What do you think happened to this poor guy? Dead also in the news. We got 2 football players dead in the news. I'm sure if you look more into it, that there's something here, but I'm not a big football guy, but I doubt his death at 38 is an accident. All right, I'm going to get knowledge for ignorance in here, and then Cam Lee after that. Knowledge for ignorance, I have to step away real quick, but I will be right back.
Okay, what's going on, sir?
All right. All right, yeah, if you don't mind sharing, I'll be right back. I'll catch up with you.
All right. Peace to the chat. I was just calling in because I had to go on last night when I got to work this morning, but I did just post it on Free to Find too. It's connect to 76 with LeBron and Kobe. It's a former Villanova player, Ed Pinkney, and he also played the NBA as well. So I just uploaded the post to Free to Find. You can put that up on your computer. And also, while Zach is away, so I found this knowledge and I think early 2017, if I'm not mistaken, it was Zion Williamson's freshman year at Duke. So this is when I came across this information. Started watching it daily. But my first time calling into the spring was the day that Kobe Bryant passed. So it's kind of crazy that I call in every blue moon, but this is my third time calling in about something pertaining to Kobe. My first time calling in was the day that Kobe.
You've only called in 3 times?
No. I've probably called in a handful of times, 3 at a time, related to Kobe. So the first time that he passed, I don't know if you remember about a year ago I called in with when Hulk Hogan passed about the 24-inch pythons connecting the Kobe
Right.
last summer. Yep. So I was just telling the chat family if you can go to your feed or find truth. I just posted a decode that I put in your comment section on last night's stream about Ed Pickney, being tied to the
We lost knowledge for ignorance. I don't know what to say about the echo, you guys. The settings are all correct. There should not be any echo. First time reported yesterday. All I can think is it's some glitch with the StreamYard platform right now. We tried switching mics this morning on my Patreon stream. Didn't make a difference. Knowledge for ignorance. For some reason, you went mute. I don't think it's him that's causing the echo. I think it's some glitch on the system. You guys are just gonna have to tolerate it until he comes back. Here's Camley. What's up, Camley?
What's good, Zach? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to comment on LeBron James going to Philly. I think somebody else we should watch is Allen Iverson. He's set to get that $32 million.
About that yesterday. He's got the 6'7" birthday or 7'6". Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I think that's when he gets his money too. It's when he turns 55.
Wait, he gets his money? What's that about?
Yeah, he gets his like trust fund Reebok money. That $32 million. He gets that in 2030 when he turns 55 on June 7th.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. So there's a financial incentive.
Yeah, I think there's something to watch out for that too, because he's coming up on that money. So we'll see. And I know LeBron James.
He'll turn 54 just before 2030 as a Georgetown product. Georgetown, founded by the 54-year-old Jesuit John Carroll, Jesuit Order 54, John Carroll 54. Iverson, yeah, there's a financial 2029 when he turns 54. Look out.
Yep, and I know LeBron James is on record saying Allen Iverson is one of his favorite players. He says that a lot, so definitely something to watch out for.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Reebok money. That's a good one. His name's got the 98 like National Basketball Association, 82 like Bryant, 199 the 46 prime with the whole Psalm 46 King James Bible. Okay.
Yep. Let's keep an eye out on AI, man. And then his name's AI and all this AI stuff. So
you know what else? You know what else? His full name 260. The last book of the New Testament is the 260th.
Yep, and it makes sense too with AI and how they connect AI with the Book of Revelation, Philadelphia. It definitely makes sense. Mark of the Beast stuff. Yeah, watch AI. That's crazy.
Yeah, I brought him up yesterday. Good reminder for this stream. Yeah, AI, you definitely got to look out for. He's got the numbers.
Yep. All right, Zach, that's all I have, man. I'm stick around for the stream, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Let me say a shout out to the super chatters. Thank you, Leper Messiah, for the big 5. Cashville lady, thank you for your continued generosity like Leper Messiah. She said, I made it make sense in her awakening. Appreciate that. Thank you for being such a loyal supporter. Slick Nick says, when LeBron scored 61 versus Charlotte, Kobe's team, Jordan came through North Carolina too. Hornets scored 107. Wow. 107th NFL season upcoming. Everything we talked about. Okay. Thank you, Carl, for the belated birthday. Yeah, it was July 21st. I can tell you guys that right now, man, tough times. I sympathize with everybody right now, struggling with everything going on in the world. Don't forget who's been here since way before the struggle started for a lot of us. Telling you what was going to happen, you guys. Telling you guys a decade ago, man. Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. Reduce consumption. The way to do that is to price everybody out, everything. People don't understand the agendas taking place right now. It's all agendas. It's all part of a plan. But yeah, I could tell the community is struggling because, normally on my birthday, there's a lot of generosity. For the average of what you guys normally do on my birthday, this year we didn't even get 1/5 of the norm. I'm not mad about it. I get it, man. People are hurting. But thank you to everyone who did support for the birthday. Appreciate it. We didn't even eclipse $100 this year. Actually, well, some people did send some very nice cash apps, but I'm just talking about on YouTube. We did less than a fifth of what we normally do on my birthday. It's all good. Leper Messiah also said, type in the tube. Trump predicts 9/11. It's an MSNBC clip on Morning Joe, and just watch and listen. Trump predicts 9/11. MSNBC. I'll look it up. All right. Appreciate that. Let's see if Knowledge for Ignorance is back. What's up, Knowledge for Ignorance?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I was saying, go to your feed to find truth. I posted a decode of Ed Pickney this morning. I had posted it on the 8-hour stream last night when I got to work this morning. But I heard you say, put the bigger ones on the website. And right when I hopped on, you were saying when Randall Cunningham was born, and they born the same day.
Oh, Pickney and Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, Ed Pickney won the first ever championship with Villanova. He actually played for Philadelphia in 1996, the same year Kobe got drafted, but then got traded to the Miami Heat.
Is your name on there, Knowledge for Ignorance?
Yeah, I put it in the top feed and in Hollywood News on the quick post.
I'm pulling you up right now.
All right. Yep, his height is 6'9", but it's saying it's like 2.6 meters or something, which is 26 like Kobe. 240 pounds, Kobe wore 24.
Yeah, yeah, I hear it.
Yep. So it's hopefully they don't do nothing to him, but I mean he's tied to both organizations. Villanova winning the championship against Georgetown, and then also playing for Philly at some point.
Yeah, guys who played for Villanova and Philly teams like Tim Thomas, they should look out. You know who else should look out are people that were on that Super Bowl 52 team. I could see some obituaries from that team. LeBron just signed with Philly 52 days before the Pope's birthday.
Yeah.
Let me see something. Super Bowl 52, or hold on. Eagles Super Bowl 52 roster. Is there an easy way to look this up? Yeah, you might want to go through this team because that's how they operate, man. Did anybody wear 76 on that team? I need to see some jersey numbers.
Yeah, yes, it's eerie.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, tomorrow is very interesting though. So
nobody wore 76. Brandon Brooks, who I don't remember, wore 79 though. That's LeBron Raymond James. Brent Selleck, tight end. He wore 87, James number. Yeah.
And it'd just be crazy to see all the different range of emotions, from current players, ex-players, and fans. I live in Michigan, but while I was waiting on you to bring me up, I seen a post on Instagram with Lindsey Hunter, talking about the trade and him saying that they still pretty much gotta go through the Pistons and stuff, but the way he was talking and stuff was riling everybody up, and his post was getting a lot of feed for that. So then all of a sudden they just started showing workouts the last 2 days with Tyrese Maxey and LeBron. I'm like, okay. So yeah, this was already in the works, like a long time ago. Like we've been knowing for a long time. So yeah, but I'll let you get to it, and I'll just still be watching the live streams.
Appreciate the thoughts as always. And did you want to promote any music while you were on here?
Just my latest project I got on my page. I'm actually 7 songs in on something new, so I'll be uploading that probably in.
Where can people get to your page again?
My name, Knowledge for Ignorance.
Right on the YouTube. Right on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Yeah, Knowledge for Ignorance. He's always got those positive message songs. I appreciate it.
All right, yeah. Take it easy.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to put his channel up here if you guys want to check it out. It's like somehow I'm not subscribed anymore. I know I used to be subscribed. All right, I'm subscribed again. Yeah. That's what happens. You're in the truth community, they'll unsubscribe you. But yeah, Knowledge for Ignorance right here. By the way, this Brandon Brooks, man, I mean, again, I hope nothing happens to the guy, but Yesterday, when LeBron signed, it would have been 339 days after his birthday. Remember, I told you it was 339 weeks from Kobe's death to LeBron signing yesterday, United States of America. He does wear 79 like LeBron Raymond James equals 79, and he was the 76th overall pick of the draft. So, again, you see this stuff all the time. These guys that won championships in not too distant history, they're in the obituaries. You see the man's name, Gematria. Brandon Brooks, 77. LeBron just signed on 77 date numerology. The Pope graduated from Villanova in 77, but, you know, again, I hope the guy, nothing happens to him, but we know how these people operate. Same stuff, day after day, year after year. What's up, Matt?
What's going on as always, Zach?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, did you see that where they announced
Now,
Kyle
hold on.
Shanahan?
Somebody made a video about you yesterday saying that, and I don't even know how they know all about your Twitter because I have no idea. Do you have a Twitter account?
Yeah, True Zone or True Secret, True Zone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then it is you. All right, he was just showing all these posts on your Twitter from not that long ago talking about what a shill and horrible person I am. I don't even know how he knew that that was you. But what's up with that? How come you have so many posts online attacking me?
I just wasn't a fan of how because I'm a Christian, bro, like the Christian. But I'll do. You still do a lot
Were
of
you
good
the
work.
one I heard in the background calling Sebastian, I forget, a soy boy or something yesterday?
Yeah, that was me. I was just getting irritated.
Yeah, you sound like the kind of Christians I know. Not real.
Nah. I mean, I handle myself in a wrong way, bro.
You don't
And,
handle yourself like a Christian, like most Christians.
yeah,
You don't know how to
you're
be a
right, man.
Christian.
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
And I do apologize.
Anyway,
I do apologize.
I don't care. You can write whatever online. But I was like, how does he know all this about this person?
I don't know,
about
bro.
all
I've been dealing with a lot of people recently trying to dox me and stuff like that too. Somebody even had like 2 addresses. Like I don't even know how they got that information. Like they had like 1 address that's my actual address. Like he DM'd me a couple weeks back, and then he had like another address close by where I live. So I don't know how they get all that information, bro. It's kind of creepy.
Okay. All right. So anyway,
But nah, man,
all
I
right,
do thank you for your.
forgiven. What's
Okay.
up, man? What do you got
I
today?
do thank you. I do thank you for your work, though, bro. Because honestly, I've learned a lot of gematria from you, regardless, bro. Like, you've literally been doing this work for what? I can't even tell you how many years you've been doing this work, bro. So I do appreciate you for your work, bro, for real. Because you put in the numbers, you put in the time. And I mean, and because of you, bro, I realized how scripted these sports are, bro. So
Okay. So what do you want to add today?
I just wanted to say, did you see where they announced Kyle Shanahan was in a car accident? They just announced it today, but it happened on the 14th.
Yeah, I just covered it. It's part of the stream.
Did you? Because I hopped in here late. Yeah, I just was seeing about that, man. I figured that was some type of ritual to that, man. So yeah, there's always some
I
rituals
discovered
involved.
it's been up on the website for a couple hours.
Okay.
Again, just another connection with Philly and the Bay. Today's
Yep.
223 days after his birthday. Philadelphia number. The rec was 215 days for the Super Bowl. Philadelphia area code.
Man, I'm kind of wondering, bro. You think they might have Philly go because of all this stuff going on, or?
Well, I mean, that was the thought. Actually, I mean, that was our thought right after they won Super Bowl 59. We said, wouldn't it make sense if they're in Super Bowl 61 too? Just for the whole Kobe tribute, Black Mamba 59, Philadelphia 61, that Super Bowl in LA. So yeah, the Eagles definitely have a shot. This
City of
season's all
brotherly
about Mercury.
love. City of brotherly love on Valentine's Day. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Did you also see where that Patriots? Former Patriots and Bill player died. Did you see that too? He died from offing himself.
You
don't know if you've
obviously
seen
got
it.
here late. He played for the 49ers.
Oh,
He
okay.
won
See,
Super
I've
Bowl
been here.
49.
Yeah, man, I've been out, bro. Sorry, bro. I've been late. Yeah, I figured there was a ritual to that too, because I seen that 38. I was like, oh yeah, there's definitely a ritual to that, bro, with the 38 and off on himself, and how you were talking about the Bills stuff. So I don't know, man. Bills might go, bro. They could give it to the Bills this year, man. I don't know, man. It could be Bills and Philly have that New York. Well, they're not New York, but have that connection. Between. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you're not on Patreon, are you?
I'm about to be joining back up.
All right, you should. Again, you guys, when you call into a stream that's been going and you miss the whole stream and then you ask all these questions about things that we already covered, you're kind of wasting people's time, aren't you?
Yeah, you're right, bro. Sorry, man. I'm about to go back and watch from the
All
beginning,
right.
man.
Later. Yeah, so I don't even know how King Richard knows all that he knows, but he did a video saying this guy has been spending his time online attacking Zach, and now he wants to call in and act like he's a friend of the show, which is kind of weird. And you just heard it right there. I mean, again, you guys, religion. All it's here to do is divide. All I've been attacked by are Christians over the years, and for what? For being on here actually exposing real evil while they believe in some imaginary fictional character that's never done anything in their life other than give them something to believe in. I mean, it's a joke. Here's an actual human being working every single day for 13 years straight, exposing real evil with real knowledge that helps people. And then someone's like, oh, he's not in my cult. Oh, he's my enemy. And they can't figure out what's been done to him. And then again, like I always say, man, are these people very smart? I never see any evidence they're very smart. He just called in wasting everybody's time. He's asking me about all these things we just covered during the show. We just went over all these stories. Again, last night they told you this guy died July 23rd, which now they've changed it to July 21st, but this was the ritual with yesterday's story. Super Bowl 49 winner, dead 49 days before the same two teams in Super Bowl 49 opened the season in Washington State. But now he died on the 202nd day of the year, July 21st. San Francisco, 202, who just hosted, who he also played for. Dead 163 days after the Super Bowl in San Francisco, the 38th prime on the day, leaving 163 days left in the year. Again, Tony Bennett, I left my heart in San Francisco, died on that same day a few years ago. Same old repetitive death rituals. And the way he called it and phrased it, too, I find that not good. He called it, he offed himself. Are you just regurgitating what you saw in the news? I highly doubt this guy offed himself. So go back and watch exactly what I said about that. All right, what's up? What's up, Sebastian?
Yeah, I really need to talk to you and get some stuff sorted out today. I do not have time to wait. Like it's serious, and I have to get some stuff sorted out with you. That's all I had to say.
All right, I'll call you right after the stream. I'll call you right after the stream, buddy.
Bye.
What's up, Slick Nick?
Hey Zach, so it's like, why are all these Christians talking shit about you?
That's all they do, man. That's all they do. Because you just heard it. I'm a Christian and you're not. It's like, exactly. You can't figure out what this fake religion stuff's about.
And that guy is always calling in with information you just talked about. Does he ever listen?
You start to think he's probably a troll, right? I mean, he's online Twitter attacking, but then he's calling in the show acting like he's cool. It's pretty weird.
I just feel like he never listens. So, anyways, they said Cameron Newton signed back into the league.
Cam Newton?
Yeah, Cam Newton.
Auburn, like Charles Barkley. Okay, let's go.
His nickname Superman in the most simple is 107, and his name in the most pure Cameron Newton 61.
Don't forget that Superman singer died right before Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Just a perfect time for him to come back.
Cam Newton's back, huh?
And did you say that Eagles and Cowboys game is 112 days till the Super Bowl with the end
which
date?
one?
The Cowboys and Eagles, the 107 game.
Oh, I didn't measure it that way. Wow. Okay.
With the end date.
So,
But,
111. So it's 111, but with the span it's 112?
Yeah.
Well, the 111 could matter too, because like I said, it's that Sikorsky guy and helicopters 111.
And that guy just died on January, or his birthday was January 11th, that Jordan dude.
And LeBron just signed 111 days before the Superior General's birthday. So
Crazy. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. Thank you so much for the knowledge. You're amazing.
Appreciate that, Slick Nick. You're a great contributor to the community. So appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Oh, what's up, Darian?
Hey, Zach, you can hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can't. I don't know why I can't hear.
I hear you. You're good.
I can't hear you. I'm not sure why.
It's a glitch. This glitch happens to some people.
I clicked the link, but I can't hear you. I'm gonna try to come back out and come back in, but I can't hear anything.
Okay. Just in the future, if that happens to you, if you guys come in here and you can't hear me, just go ahead and share what you want to share, and then I'll respond to you once you drop out. Because once you drop out, then you can hear again. This glitch has probably been going on with StreamYard for 5 months now. What's up, Elohim?
Thank you. Yo, Hubbard, I got some information for you, my guy. Let's first start off with I'm actually glad he brought up the Cam Newton. He's 37 years old right now, like Patriots.
Somebody in the chat said it's a different Cam Newton coming back, but I see there's a story that just happened in recent days about him getting fired from ESPN.
Well, I'm looking at right now. The Falcons are signing quarterback Cam Newton out of retirement on a 1-year deal, $10 million. I mean, right here. But anyways, where do I start? Let's first start with so they're opening up the season on California birthday, right?
September 9th. That's also the anniversary of the naming of the country.
Okay. Zach. So boom. So we had the so first we had the Jaylen Brown and Paul George trade from Boston to Philly, right?
Right.
You know that trade, you covered the 2-2-3 with the 7-6 trade, right? To the Super Bowl?
Yeah, how Jaylen Brown and A.J. Brown are cousins. One went from Boston to Philly, the other from Philly to Boston, and the official signing date for Jaylen Brown on 7-6 is 223 days before the Super Bowl.
You know Paul George from California, right?
He's from Los Angeles, isn't he?
Uh,
I thought he's an L.A. guy, Paul George. Palmdale, California.
Yep. So boom. From his birthday to the opener of the NFL season, 131 days.
From Paul George.
Yeah, May 2nd birthday to the opener of the NFL season, 131 days.
Okay.
Did you cover the Diana Rossini and Vrabel situation in the offseason?
Was that where he was supposedly abusing her, or I forget what it was?
No, they were having a relationship, and she was basically in the background helping with the AJ Brown trade.
Okay, Diana Rossini.
So boom, so if the Rams and the Patriots meet,
it could be 10-7. It could be 10-7.
What?
10-7.
What about a 10-7?
The record could become 10-7 if they met again. Rematch of Super Bowl 36 and 53.
Correct, but that would be their third time, correct?
Yeah.
Her birthday is 3 days before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I see she got the Vatican birthday. That's interesting because she'll turn 44, and military's 44 and 107. All the military stuff going on in the world. So
boom. So
you guys, if you look, you'll see the Rams and Patriots if they did meet, which would be like on 6-1. You had the big trade of Myles Garrett going from Cleveland to the Rams, and the Rams started in Cleveland, and then you had AJ Brown going from Philly to the Patriots. If they meet, there's a chance of a 10-7 thing. We invaded Afghanistan on 10-7 right after 9/11, which is the Super Bowl. Right after that was Patriots and Rams. Rams, Aries, the God of War. It's a scenario.
From AJ Brown 6-1 trade to the NFL season, 101 days, Philadelphia.
How was it again? The trade was 101 days from his birthday?
No. AJ Brown 6-1 trade. 6-1.
I know the trade 6-1
to the opener.
Oh, to the opener was 101 days.
101 days.
101
days. Philadelphia.
Finals equals 61 and 101 too, with his cousin going to the 76ers.
And this is going to be the second time that the NFL opens up on a Wednesday. The first time it was moved due to Barack Obama's speech, the DNC speech.
Wait, the NFL has opened on a Wednesday before?
Yep. And the first time it was moved because of Barack Obama's speech. And what's interesting about Barack Obama is that
he was born in 61.
Yeah. And he's going to turn 65 years old before the season opener.
Wow, I didn't realize they'd opened the season on a Wednesday before.
Yeah, he's going to turn 65, Hubbard. And from his birthday, Hubbard, from his August 4th birthday to the opener. 37 days, hover like Patriots.
The only person who calls me Hubbard nonstop is a sweet lady. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hold up. I got to go to this game. The Giants and the Cowboys, huh? Giants won 24-17. Okay.
Yeah,
Man.
from his birthday to the opener, 37 days, Hubbard, Patriots. So
Wait, August 4th, 2026 to September 9th, 2026. Okay, 36 days, Super Bowl 36. Okay, interesting. So that was September 5th, 2012. Wait, what the hell?
you got September 9th up there.
Oh, I got the wrong date. Yeah, Wednesday, huh? 2013 Super Bowl. That was the Ravens and the Niners. Yeah, the Harbaugh Bowl. Man, I'm surprised I don't remember that. Interesting. So that year from the opener to the Super Bowl was 151 days, the 36 prime. Yeah, weird.
And from and I mean, we just whole you know, Cam Newton was born on the 131st day of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, man.
The ex,
Covered that
the
was the most
ex-Patriot.
amazing prediction ever, man. That was the year I told you guys everything perfectly. The exact outcome, teams, halftime show, MVP, all of the start of the season. And yeah, Cam Newton being born. Cam Newton was born on the same year Huey P. Newton died, who founded the Black Panthers. Look, you guys, Huey P. Newton, 131. Cam Newton. Huey P. Newton died on the day, leaving 131 days left in the year. Cam Newton born on the 131st day of the year, Super Bowl 131. Huey P. Newton. We told you guys he'd be Cam Newton be the 58th quarterback to start in the Super Bowl. He was. So.
Yeah, yeah. Remember, he used to play for the Patriots. So I mean, how interesting that the ex-Patriot is unretired at 37. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that Obama piece is interesting, man. He's gonna turn 65 years old before the start of the season.
Okay.
But anyway, I just wanted to drop that, man. Just something to think about. And yeah, I'll see you. I'll talk to you in the morning.
All right. All right. Appreciate it, Elohim.
Yep.
All right. The gentleman I'm about to pull up, if you can't hear me when you come up, it's a glitch that happens sometimes with people. The way to remedy it is if you have an iPhone, download the StreamYard app. And if you're on Android, use Google Chrome. Usually that gets rid of the glitch. But if you can't hear me, just talk because we hear you, and I'll respond once you're done. He just did. So yeah, I'm about to pull you up. If you can't hear me, just speak because we hear you, and then I'll drop you out once you're done speaking, and then I'll respond to what you got to say because then you'll hear me that way. All right, let's see what happens. He's going in and out right now, trying to make some maneuvers. Oh, he dropped all the way out. Maybe he's just gonna make those changes and come back. Shoot. What's up, Matthew M?
Hey, I no longer can hear you, but
Hold on, Matthew. I'm gonna bring you back too. Matthew, I'm gonna bring you back because you got the same glitch. But hold on, Darian came back because he was really here first. We'll try this.
And then
All
it
right.
just goes blank.
Can you hear me, Darian?
Like Zach, I can't hear you for some reason. I don't know if I need to download the app or when I click the website, it's just not working. I wanted to make sure I could have a communication with you. I didn't want to just talk. I'm not sure what I need to do. I mean, I put my camera on. I even got in my Tesla. I changed the audio. I don't know what I need to do. Like, I don't know if I need to download the app, boss. I'm trying to make sure I can get this conversation with you. I'm using an iPhone. I don't know if that's great to use right now, but I'm not sure if there's a number I can call. I usually do the calling, but I never did it from the website. I don't know.
All right, here. I just brought here. You guys
I got you. All right, I'm about to call you right now, literally.
All right, I got to open up the phone line. All right, we'll do it this way. We'll do it the old school way. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, the line's open if you want to call in. He can't hear me. If you can hear me now, Darian, go ahead and call that number on the screen. I'll take the call. Okay. No, I don't have to go to the bank at all. Sweet girl's taking a nap. Let's see. Is this Darian? Hello? What do I need to do?
Please leave your message for...
Okay, now it's going to be difficult with this. All right, Darian, if you're out there, call again. I tried to answer it, but it said, I don't know, once I answered, it said you need to do something to take it. I did that, and then I called you back. And then it said, technology. Normally, it just picks up the phone. But Darian might be out in the Philadelphia area because that was a Philadelphia area code. All right, let's try again. Is this Darian?
Hello? Yeah.
There we go. What's up, man?
I'm sorry about that, boss. Listen, I wanted to tell you, I've been the last time I got on here was I guess I called in and some guys weren't there. They cut me off and just blocked me off. They said that I believe in you or not or something like that. They thought you were scamming or something like that. Now I've been following you since 2014. I studied math for a long time. I won a lot of championships and trophies. I remember when you were doing this on scratch paper. I still use the free to blog post. I still use that to this day. Just to try to give people references and understanding of what you've been giving out here. I appreciate all the hard work. It's not really to disregard from the video that you're doing right now. I'm in Philadelphia right now, so I wanted to let you know that I've took the information that you gave me from there, and I had my own way of trying to find information out here. So I realized, some of the things that you were telling me when you were talking about, if the earth was flat, things of that nature. And then I had to go back to the career form tablets that I see. The older civilization is the Sumerians. So once I went all the way back to there, I realized that there's other beings here that have already been here before humans were even made from the Anunnaki. I read the book of Enoch, the book of the dead. I realized what reincarnation is. I realized that you're not supposed to go to the light. I realized that we wake up to the light. This is not a place of learning. There's multiple kids that have remembered their past life. So I understand what religion is. I understand why it's manufactured like that for humans. I understand that we are slaves. And I understand what they dug gold here for. I understand why they took resources. There's other beings here, and they have a plan. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that because I understand that you've been trying to wake people up with just trying to give them the understanding that there's a system going on with this Kabbalah, the Jewish. I understand exactly what's going on because I know who's orchestrating this. You can't be human doing this. It took thousands of years to get 1 billion people in 1804. It's only been 222 years since then, and it's 8 billion. So the vast majority of people are not human. This is not, you don't have to be good at math to know this. I think it's very simple and very understanding. If you're somebody that is logical, you can see right through it. And I think you're one of those people, so I just finally was able to call in. I usually wasn't able to do it back in the day because I live in Philadelphia, so you were calling when I was working at night, so I wasn't able to. I work in a warehouse, I'm a UPS driver, so that's how it works. Just at the time I was working in the building, so I couldn't really get on the phone to call you, so I just had to hear all the videos and watch everything and, just try to move from there. But I just appreciate being able to finally, speak my voice to you and let you know that, I'm somebody that understands what you're doing here, and I know that it's true because it's been manufactured that way and set up, and you were somebody that was able to find that, introduce your truth to the people, to let them know your journey and what you found. You have some people that's going to reject that, some people that's going to understand it, and I just want you to know that I was able, if somebody didn't believe you, they were supposed to go do their own research and do ramification thinking. You do the who, what, where, when, and why. You do that. You question it with everything. So I think you were somebody that wouldn't want somebody to just go with it. I think you want them to question it and then come back and have actual questions or something related where it could be a good debate about whatever it is, and then we move from there. Because this is all about having a higher frequency and learning more about where we are and what's going on. So if people are not trying to stay aware, then they're obviously the people that's trying to be in the way. And I see it all the time through your page. I see the comments. I see all types of stuff. I see everything they did to you on the live. Disgusting. Terrible. So I just want you to know I've been here the whole time. You got somebody that's been supporting you. I hopped on the Patreon multiple times. I see what you do with that. I'm not there to gamble. I don't care about the money. I'm the guy that wants to expose it. So I don't want anything from it because I know that this is a fake world. This is a simulation. And when you go, you know that your soul goes somewhere when you die. So most people are working on life insurance when they should have been working on soul insurance. So this is a dome underwater. There's ways to get out of here. It's electrical grid around it. A lot of people should have watched Dragon Ball Z. It was a lot of examples that showed you that you rise your frequency, and that's how you're able to get out of this place. So it's a scale of people you get scaled anyway to how you rise out anyway. So you'll come back here. The whole thing with Jesus, I had to be a Christian for 16 years. I was indoctrinated to that, just like indoctrination goes on everywhere. And I reported it back to my parents. Luckily, they're still alive. So I went back to him. I said, you forced me into Christianity, and I had to realize that God's a liar. The first thing he says is he's all seeing and all knowing. No, you're not. They put clothes on after they bit the apple, which you spited. Anybody that helps us, you spite them. So after we put clothes on, you went to the garden and said, where are you? No God asks that if you're all seeing and all knowing. So I find inconsistencies. Okay. And I knew that some of them lived for thousands of years. We got ours cut to 120 years. Because if we lived for 200 years, we would know a lot of information out here. And that's not good because they don't need that. We're supposed to be a world of workers, not a word of thinkers. You know exactly from the Rockefeller of how he started that school system. And you know when they started the milk and everything like that, I know that you know that history because you spoke about these things a long time ago. So I just I know I'm going deep down the rabbit hole, kind of going around it, but I just want to make sure that it's just an understanding that I know where I'm at. I understand what's going on, and I can leave any day, and I know, I just try to walk around and give truth. The Curiform tablet that I found is called, you find it through the bot, but it's BAT 127222. Now, I'll put it in the comment when I can, but I found that Curiform tablet because there's only 7 people that read it. I think 3 of them are dead. 2 of them are, I just know that 1 ran away. So I was able to, people leaked the information. They had people from the 50s read these tablets again, and these people weren't talking. So I was able to find these things. Zach, I'll send everything to you from an email. I'll send all the videos to you. There's passwords and things that you're able to get into. I got hour-long videos. You can watch them, and you can be able to question it yourself. But these tablets that have been read off, I had some of them. So I've been able to dissect them and see what they're talking about. I've been able to talk to people and have great discussions about it. So I just want you to know I want to pass that to you because I feel like that's the oldest information that's possible. So I'd rather people have that so they understand. The more you go back in history, the more you understand what's going on right now. So you understand that you're surrounded by beings and that they're not revealing themselves because the human eye can only see less than 1%. You're not even allowed to see 1%. And it says in the book that you would faint if you did. The hearing is less than 1%. So I think people need to be aware of what's going on. Your DNA that's turned off, it needs to be turned on and activated. They're using Neuralink. You can activate it inside my brain, but you won't tell me how to turn it on. You want to control that. So, you just need to know what's going on around you, and you can understand the depopulation. You understand why they want to lower it because, and if you know what the Piss Sophia says in all those and all those books, it says you're going to have 500,000 people. So if you're only going to save 500,000 people, let's just say a billion people believe in you. What's going to happen to the other 500,000? These people don't do ramification thinking to even understand that should already be in question, that this is your God. If people can remember the past life, that questions your God right there as well. They reveal to you that it's aliens, so every time they say God in the book, it should say aliens. There's multiple gods that made this because it's the Elohim, so that means gods. So people should already know that there's multiple gods. The Egyptians had a sun god, they had multiple gods. So, I hope that the people that listen to you and the people that watch you, people that have questions about religion, if you're still religious, you still don't understand what's going on around you and you're not aware. And you're going to stay indoctrinated. It's a system set up that way. So you need to deprogram and reprogram yourself to the things that you need. You're supposed to remember in your past life. By the time you're 7, you're indoctrinated to everything you can't remember. And the older that you get, it's hard to deprogram those things because you're already inside of this in this fake world. And anything that's used in this, which Star Trek shows you, they use the father to try to get her to come to the light, but they know you have to accept it. So if you know you have a choice when you die, you know that your soul goes somewhere when you die, you're supposed to be working on that. This is a place of learning. And people weren't doing that. All they know is football and basketball. Well, since that's all you know, that's all you're going to know in the afterlife. And they're going to use that too. So people like us that know not to go to the light isn't going to be there when you die. You have to know how to move in darkness. The world was made in darkness. So this light right here is fake light. So people should know the real truth about where they are. That's all I wanted to tell you, Zach. And I listen to you all the time. Every time I can get a chance. And anything about this LeBron James thing, anything I need to do here in this city, I go to it, show you whatever you need to see. I live maybe 20 minutes from downtown. Like I said, the Penn Museum, they hide a lot of stuff. They only got the Babylonian tablet that's in there, but that's not the one I'm talking about. So there's, and you won't be able to look this up on regular Google. You have to go, even my Tesla uses Yandex. So go to something that, is not doing what you already said was going to happen, limit the way that you search things and block things out. So you have to know how to search this computer. It only gets everything from a human. So you know that anything that you ask is already there. You have to change your way of thinking, change your way of speaking. So that's all I wanted to push to you. That's just my story right here. And I spent half my life studying this since I was 16. I'll be 32. A long time ago, I gave you my numbers and everything. Told you I was a twin brother. A lot of stuff I wasn't able to see that on the last email from what you had broke down, but obviously I was able to do that, the numbers myself, and see that these are repeated numbers from what's going on even around me. Back then I had brought up a lot of stuff to you, but end up a lot of things has happened while, just like you, a lot of things happen as I'm seeing it, but that's just because you're somebody that's just sharpening your sword and your shield. So I just appreciate what you're doing. You're fighting a war these people can't see. So I appreciate it, and I hope that this helps you further continue what you're doing.
All right. Appreciate the call and the long time support. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care, man. All right. From the city of brotherly love, the Awakened One. He called in yesterday, but Awakened One, make sure you're not playing the YouTube video in the background. Make sure you're just in StreamYard. I had to drop you yesterday because it's creating all kinds of feedback. What's
Hey,
up?
Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. What's up?
Nothing much, man. I just wanted to shed some more notes on like Kobe, this whole thing with LeBron coming back to Philly. I just am noticing, obviously this decade, it seems like if you have any connection to Kobe Bryant as a city or a player, you're automatically winning a championship or even in that same decade losing. I mean, look at the Dodgers and the Rams. Obviously, LeBron passes Kobe in points in Philly, and then Kobe passes away the next day, and then LeBron and the Lakers go on to win championship
And the
that same
Dodgers.
year.
Dodgers break the 32-year drought.
Yeah, they go back to back. So, and then Kobe dies. Mahomes is playing in the Super Bowl next week, and funny enough, plays Philly. Where he's from. Philly, funny enough, gets a ring as well. So, I mean, Miles Garrett is headed to LA, so don't be surprised they call him his son or his clone if Rams get a ring in the next few years. But the main reason I wanted to call you on the World Cup day to tell you about this. I don't know if you know that Messi and Kobe have a commercial together, an airlines commercial together.
I didn't know that, no.
Okay, so that commercial was released in December 2012, and 10 years later, Messi wins his first World Cup. 10 years later, Kobe wore 10, obviously Messi's 10. It's a Turkish Airlines, and I put in the
Kobe
Turkish.
wore 10?
In the Olympics, he wore
Team
10.
USA. Okay, Team USA. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so this is funny. This is going to be from here on out Kobe and Messi connection, and this is old news because the World Cup ended. But I wish I would have talked to you that finals morning. I was just busy. But the connection is that Messi or Ronaldinho, who's Messi's protege, introduced Kobe in 2004 to Messi, saying this is going to be the greatest player ever. 2004. Messi's born on the 24th. He met him on his 26th year of his life, Kobe. And 8 years later, that commercial's shot. And then at that time, Kobe's 34. And I feel like there's a connection there of like when it's 2026, New York final, airplane, Argentina crashes and burns. Obviously, Kobe's fate in an aerial helicopter. So that's out there, that commercial. Kobe Messi airline commercial. And also Kobe talking about how he first got introduced to Messi in 2004. So obviously, death equals 34. Kobe, age 34, that plane commercial, 34th World Cup game, all the 24 connections with his number and being born on the 24th. But yeah, it's eerie and creepy how everything this decade seems to be all tied back to Kobe. So I don't know what's going on here, but that's what put me onto your work and woke me up when Kobe died in 2020. I think it was Spiritual So that mentioned you. So here we are 6 years later, year 2026, probably more 24 rituals, 26 rituals, 10 rituals, like all these numbers, 33. That's the pattern I've been noticing, man. So it's weird. What's going to happen now?
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to tell you about that Messi Kobe thing. That's
All right.
weird.
Yeah, all part of the script, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. You have a good one.
All right, yeah, take care. What's up, 2 times Danny? Two times Danny, you got to unmute. Two times Danny's not unmuting. We'll go to Matthew while he figures it out. What's up, Matthew?
Hey, I was just thinking, the Texans co-founder died a few weeks ago, and I remember you were making a connection to Philadelphia.
Yep.
So I was wondering if like that could be a LeBron thing too.
That guy I just saw that was on that Super Bowl 52 team for the Eagles was drafted by the Texans 76th overall. Yeah, maybe there is something there.
And Jalen Hurts is from Houston too, right?
She was 89, King James 89.
No,
If you guys missed this, she died on the 195th day of the year. Houston Texans 195. Her husband was known for being a racist. Died 61 days before the season opener. Again, Jalen Hurts, the Eagles quarterbacks from the Houston area. And she died 215 days before the Super Bowl. Philadelphia area code. Phillies 101 and 61. She died the day of the World Series in Philadelphia, which is 101 days before the start of the World Series. Houston's record as a franchise right now is on 181 wins. Houston, Texas. Remember, LeBron announced he was leaving the Lakers on the 181st day of the year. 223 losses, big Philadelphia number. We talked about that from all kinds of angles with all the rituals going on. And the Texans and Eagles play each other on Christmas Eve this year. Remember, you guys pay attention to the Christmas games because Christmas equals 61. But if the Texans beat the Eagles for the first time, Philly would fall to 6-1 versus the Texans. Something to think about. And hold on, the last time they played each other was during the World Series between Philly and Houston. So something does seem to be up. Astros on 76 wins. The Astros got their 76th win in the postseason. The last time the Eagles and Phillies played each other, now LeBron goes in the 76 ritual. It was their 147th postseason game, World Series in Houston. Astros 147. The Houston owner just died on the 14th of July, 14-7. So yeah, there's something going on here that needs to be studied more. Absolutely.
You probably already know this, but the same day that the Bears lost to the Rams in the playoffs, the other game that day, the Texans lost to the Patriots. And so Caleb Williams lost 61 days after his birthday, and C.J. Stroud lost 107 days after his birthday.
Okay.
And the other thing is, the 101st World Series was between Pope Leo's Chicago White Sox. They swept the Houston Astros. So I wonder if there's a clue there. But, yeah, I'll listen on Patreon.
All right, man. Appreciate the thoughts. All right, we got two times Danny again and then Vinny. What's up, two times Danny? Two times Danny, you're making the execution of this really hard, man. All you got to do is click that mic button. What's up, Vinny? Two guys on, no one speaking. Hello? Try this again. What's up, Vinny?
Hey, can you hear me, Zach? My bad.
There we
Sorry
go.
about that.
Are you there? Two times Danny, are you there?
Yes, I can finally hear you, man. I don't know why every time I join the stream, I can't hear you, but do
Again,
you
I'll
mind
say
if I
it
share
to
some
everybody. If you guys
some
join on
information
Google
for
Chrome,
the season next or for the upcoming NBA season, or should I go on the Patreon?
what are you asking for? What's the question?
Yeah, I can't hear you again, man. I fucking hate this shit.
Yeah, it's annoying because
God
StreamYard
damn
never
it.
had this problem until like 5 months ago,
Hold on,
and they
I'll
must
join
be aware
again,
of it.
man.
They
Hold
have
on.
not resolved the problem. They should resolve the problem because they charge quite a bit for a subscription. All right. Anyway, I think we got enough information out there. If you guys do want to join, there is one there. The link is pinned. If you got anything more to share about people who better look out with LeBron's history, again, now is the time. Satori, what's up?
Oh dang, that was quick. Hey, what's up, Zach? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, what's going on? Just more thoughts on like this LeBron thing. So ever since what 20 it will have to be 2017, there's been no repeat champions, no back-to-back champion.
No back-to-back champions in the NBA.
Saying like I just want to know the Warriors were the last back-to-back champions. That was 2017, 2018, right?
That's right.
All right, so we're getting close to like a whole decade of nothing but different champions, right? So I really think LeBron only gets one, just off that, and just the whole narrative that he doesn't win it the first year when he signs with a new team, and with the Knicks winning this year, the Eastern Conference has 42 wins in the finals, so the next one is 43. That's the GOAT number. You know what I mean? So could be a hold it out one year. Maybe they get to the conference finals, and then maybe they just run into a team like I don't know, maybe Boston or Knicks get them out of there. But then the following year they win.
Okay.
Just a thought.
All right. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Here, I want to talk about this headline right here. This breaking headline: Christian Gonzalez for the Patriots has offered to be highest paid cornerback ever. Monday Night Football last year, we were doing our Patreon live stream, and I had the game on in the background, which I need to always have the game on in the background because they just put these major clues out on the screen. And this was the night that we figured out the Patriots look like the team in the AFC to represent the Super Bowl. Again, they got the 106th home win of the 106th season with these Super Bowl numbers connected to Vrabel, and I believe the day of the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look at all my notes. But Christian Gonzalez was being interviewed before the game wearing a Donna Summer t-shirt. And you got to go, come on, man. What's Christian Gonzalez know about Donna Summer, the queen of disco? And I just want you to see how wicked this stuff is, you guys. Donna Summer died May 17th, 2012, 12 days after the Super Bowl. And she's from the Boston area. That was one of the Giants' upsets over the Patriots. And she died on the 137th day of the year. Donna Summer, 137. The Giants, by winning the Super Bowl, went 13-7 that year. Beat the Patriots. Again, Donna Summer from the Boston area. She died 102 days after the Super Bowl. Number coded all over Black history. Slavery, N-word, a bunch of things have the 102 connection. Her full name, Donna Adrian Gaines, 102. Again, when you hear people out here trying to diss the work and say, no, he's using multiple ciphers. Again, that's just the sound of a retard. Anytime you hear somebody say that, something just like that, it's because there's multiple ciphers. You can know that person's a retard. Again, this stuff's improbable with 4 ciphers. Dead on the 137th day of the year, 102 days after the Super Bowl. And I do get sick of these retards because they're the reason this stuff keeps happening. Because the populace is so retarded, they can't figure out what's going on. 102 days after her birthday. Christian Gonzalez was wearing a shirt before the game that says She Works Hard for the Money, which was her best-selling album. That equals 112. The Patriots came into that game that night 10-2 and improved to 11-2, with Christian Gonzalez being interviewed in a She Works Hard for the Money t-shirt. They went from 10-2 to 11-2. Super Bowl equals 112. And notice Christian Gonzalez was just a boy when she died. She died 42 days before his birthday. They'd go on to losing the Super Bowl with 42 points. versus the 42nd state, Washington. 10 days from his birthday. 10 has the Gematria 42. But yeah, this was one of the major clues. And then they also had this game sync with Vrabel and some more Super Bowl numbers. But yeah, again, this is what it is to be a celebrity. Do you really think Christian Gonzalez picked out the Donna Summer t-shirt for his Monday Night Football interview? No, these are the little sick things the cabal does, just putting this stuff in front of an audience's face who's mostly clueless. It's just mockery. It's just like the LeBron helicopter thing yesterday. The people who run this stuff are sick riddlers who love just mocking humanity and putting in front of the people's faces the things they've got away with. You know, pile of corpses. All right, let's try Vinny again. What's up, Vinny?
Hey, can you hear me, Zach?
Yeah, what's up?
There we go. I don't know what's wrong with StreamYard. I just want to make this quick. You know how like every year they do like the Super Bowl logos and then like the teams end up making it? I remember the caller yesterday was talking about the Bengals and Joe Burrow, and obviously Philly has a huge connection to 61. It's the logo is orange and green, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, it looks like the Miami Dolphins colors.
Yeah, so well, they're the worst team in the league, though.
Yeah, there's some sort of tribute probably to the history of Super Bowls in Miami.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things to come out this year, one of the biggest things for culture, what can you think that's coming later this year during football season that's connected to Miami that's going to be a huge thing in culture?
What is it?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, Vice City.
Yeah, all this stuff's connected. I guarantee there's something there with that. So might even want to go ahead and look and see what teams are playing each other the week that video game comes out. Remember, Rockstar Games equals the Jesuit Order. And everything they did about the delay of the game is by that same number code. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just want to tell you that, Zach. Again, thank you for everything, bro.
Here, for all you Grand Theft Auto people out there ready to support the Illuminati with your hard-earned money. What's it going for this time, $100? I mean, look at this, you guys. Look how they do it. Watch this. Remember how in Grand Theft Auto, the last one, I think like the max amount of money you can have is $201 million? Look at this. Okay, so they announced on November 6, 2025, that the new release date is November 19, 2026, exactly 54 weeks later. Jesuit Order 54. Rockstar Games equals the Jesuit Order, and there's that 201. And the release date was supposed to be May 26th, so from the news to the release date, they got shifted back 201 days. And yeah, GTA $201 million thing. From May 26th to November 19th, 177 days. The Jesuit Order the other way, 177. It's just like how they had to kill the people in Spain for Spain's rigged World Cup. It was a 177-201 ritual. And then Jimmy Fallon mocked it 2 days before the World Cup on 17/7. Jimmy Fallon, whose birthday is the day Him came out, which is about sacrifice and rigged sports. In case you guys missed this, he had the guys hold up 1 in 18 because it adds up to 19 to mock all the 19s that we were exposing with the World Cup. Again, nearly a year before the game was played. Well, a year before the game was played, we told you why Messi was going to be there, and then we figured out the Messi bathing Yamal thing not long after that. But yeah, from the day of the Spain train disaster that killed a bunch of people to the day Spain clinched the championship, 177 days. And the name of the disaster, what they called it, equals 201. Same numbers that get put together all the time. Jimmy Fallon's birthday is September 19th, the day Him came out. In Him, they put the big fat 201 on the screen, then everybody starts dying. And again, that movie came out on the patron saint of blood's feast date, when Him's about injecting the blood of other goats. And his name's 177-201. And his name also, his other name has the 54 connection. Argentina stayed on 54 wins, losing to Spain. But yeah, if you haven't seen Him, you should check it out. So anyway, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks again to everyone who hits the like and the share. Thank you to everyone who supports the work. Look out, Philadelphia sports icons, man. It always gets scary. Here, I'll just remind you about one other thing. LeBron opens a private school, and what happens? Let me see. LeBron, private school. What was that kid's name? Ethan? Let me see. Hold on. LeBron private school. Maybe it was so long ago it was on my old website. Ethan Liming. When did this happen? Hold up. Again, Ohio, the 17th state, the NBA, the 17 league. On June 2nd, 6'2", sacrifice 62. A student at LeBron's private school dies on the 153rd day of the year, 17th triangular number. Ethan Liming, 59, the 17th prime. Akron, 59. Yeah, it's just... They said he died with 74 minutes left in the day, the old killing code. He died 154 days after LeBron's birthday. Again, King James 154, ritual sacrifice 154. So many bodies connected to LeBron. Lorenzen Wright, is that who I'm thinking of? Lorenzen Wright disappeared 201 days from LeBron's birthday. On and on and on, man. There's a ton with LeBron over the years. All right, guys. Shout out to, hold on, we got to get Cousin Mar in here. What's up, Cousin Mar?
Yo, what's up, cousin Zach? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I can't complain. Thanks for the shout out earlier. I was lurking in the stream and everything.
Well, hey, you're one of the greatest stories in the history of the community.
Absolutely, I always appreciate that. But I just wanted to tell you, Jordan got some forest green sneakers that released on October 31st this year. It's basically the Eagles colors. I see the one.
Whose shoes?
Jordan got the forest green 14 releasing on October 31st this year.
On Halloween, okay. And that's the day leaving 61 days left in the year.
Yeah, but the sneaker is literally the Eagles like color pattern, and so I think they're gonna let Jalen get another one for some reason. I'm just feeling it right now.
On the day leaving 61 days left in the year, Jordan, who played his last game in Philly, has shoes coming out that look like Philadelphia colors. I mean, come on.
And look at the price.
The Philadelphia area code.
Yeah. And Jordan just opened up that store last year for Jalen Hurts. That's like, I think they only got like 3 of them in the world or something like that. Is a Jordan brand store down on, I think it's Walnut somewhere. But and then the whole Saquon Barkley burning the jersey when the king comes, even though they all are like 3 Nike representatives, we all know that Jalen Hurts is like the lead brand player for Jordan as of right now.
Those shoes are going to release on the 257th day of Jordan's age, which is the 55th prime, like King James 55. He has a chance to get the city of Philly to 5-5 in championships.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's also 256 days after his birthday, which is the 201st composite number. And it also has a square root of 16, like the whole GOAT thing. GOAT 16. They like that. Next year's the year of the GOAT. And that would bring about the GOAT debate. LeBron has a chance to get to 5 and 6 in finals. His next finals game will be his 56th game. Yeah, and I see. Yesterday was. Whoops! I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. It was. Oh my God! It was 157 days after Jordan's birthday, the 37th prime. Brian and Jordan both equal 37. There might be something more to that. Did the Eagles lose in Super Bowl 37 to Brady?
Yeah, hold on. Let me double check that real quick.
I can look it up too. No. That was the Gruden Bowl. That was Bucks Raiders. It must have been Super Bowl 39. Super Bowl 39 is the one where they lost to Brady.
Okay. Yeah, because it was in Jacksonville. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But look, that's
you guys. The Jordan sneakers come out on the day. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, that's all I had to share, cuz. So I appreciate you taking my StreamYard call.
All right. Hey, Cousin Mar, a lot of people say it's cap that somebody turned 85 into 85 G's. Is it cap?
No, it's not cap. Man, listen, I don't have no reason to lie. So listen. So I actually called in one of the futures because Cousin Zach, it was a Sunday morning. I had sat there and I was looking at something on Sports Illustrated. I'm the one that called in with the Tampa Bay Rays future that year, y'all. So like, it's definitely no cap. So I mean, I'm mad that I didn't listen to the caller that had the Dallas. Well, not wait, hold on. Damn, Tampa Bay, and who did they play? Then they played Dallas that year in the Stanley Cup, right?
I believe, yeah, I know the Lightning won, and I do believe they beat Dallas. I think that's right.
Right, because you had a streamer calling in that was talking about hockey, and I'm like, damn, this future is coming together. Because we had Rod tell us about the whole Tampa Bay Ray and the Boston Red Sox situation. Yo, I remember this shit like it's yesterday because I put the ticket together. My futures ticket was Tampa Bay winning NFC, the Chiefs winning the AFC. I had the Dodgers winning the NL pennant, the Rays winning the AL pennant, and then I had the Lakers.
Boom, 85
Right.
and 85 G's.
That's 5 futures, right?
We're pointing out and added a little bit with your own research and life-changing money. And yeah, it was Tampa over Dallas. Again, come on, you guys. Brady goes down to Tampa, and the city goes for 3 championships.
Yo, Cousin Zach, how about this? I sat there like a retard when I sat there and watched the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Dallas Star or whoever, the Dallas hockey team, after this guy kept calling in and calling in and calling in. And you weren't even fucking with hockey like that at the time, really, when I first, because I think they might have been on break, but this guy kept calling in and calling in about it. And I'm like, yo, man, why the fuck is this guy so adamant about, excuse my language, Cousin Zach, why is this guy so adamant about the Tampa Bay Lightning and X, Y, and Z? And then it happened, and I was like, shit, I would have had 7, man. I missed out on money.
Yeah, but still, you did 85 and 85 G's. Most people would dream about doing that in their lifetime. So
yeah, and I was homeless too, fucks. And thanks to Cousin Zach, I found Cousin Zach the day that Kobe Bryant died. I was about to go donate plasma. I went on YouTube and I said, somebody got to be talking about this because Kobe Bryant dying right after LeBron James passed him. And then I find Cousin Zach, and I'm like, man, this, no offense at first, cousin. I'm like, yeah, this white dude talking crazy. And then I just right, and then I kept following you. And then like I said, I was homeless at the time, and then I would just sit, and just like watch you. I'd be out in like the courtyard and shit like that. And then it all started. See, when I got sold is when the Deontay Wilder fight happened. After he after he lost to Fury with that 42-30, I was sold after that. Because right after that, that's when the Kobe Bryant 157 happened in the All-Star game.
Yeah. Again, and the reason we'll come across here for the first time and think we're crazy is because the stuff we're exposing. I'm talking about sports being synced up with weather and proving my points page. But if you guys forgot, a hurricane passed through Florida the day the Lightning won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely did. Because I think the game was delayed.
You know what? That was a shortened season. If I remember right, I think they got their 52nd win the day that hurricane went through to win it all.
Yes, they did. Because 52, right? 52 is what? Hurricane or something, right? Correct?
Hurricane and flood, yeah, big weather warfare number.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you did the decode on that.
Yeah, let me see. I'm pretty sure it was their 52nd win winning it all.
How about
Or maybe hold on. It says they went 61-20. They might have, I forget what they did. There was something about 52 though with that.
Cousin Zach, no, it was a 52 in there because I remember it. I don't know if it was the.
I have to go back.
I don't know if it was like the home record or whatever, but I believe because
there was something 52 about it. I got to go back and get the notes, but just another major ritual, sports, hurricanes. I mean, it's just like you guys. Matt Harvey was the first pitcher to pitch in Houston after the flooding of Harvey 52 days before the start of the World Series. Fox News is running a story about a woman in a neighborhood who lived on a hill, the only home not to get flooded. And they go, how do you feel about being the only home not to get flooded? And she goes, I feel like I won the World Series. We put that out back then. We said, come on, man. Houston over LA, here we go. And then boom, Houston wins their first World Series right after they get destroyed by Harvey. So
right. And most people don't even remember when you had to download Cousin Zach's PDF of that long ass book he had put out. I was reading that shit on my phone. How about that?
Yeah.
That shit was like 1,800 pages. And then I started looking at the important ciphers because I was only focusing on sports betting. I was I seen all the chapters that you had on like race and all of that, and I just went right to the Kobe Bryant joint, and I was like, all right, cool. There's a couple other sports, that's a great book, man. I wish you could have got that bad boy printed out. I need like a physical copy of that.
Yeah, a lot of things that need to get done. Hurricane equals 56 as well. They won it 56 days after Brady's birthday. It's just like it was the Astros 56 season when they won their first World Series after the flooding of Harvey. My notes say they did win their 52nd game that year. So
I'm trying to tell you, cuz it was a 50. Yes, look, man, I remember the shit, bro. I remember the shit. It was a.
I gotta go back and see. Wikipedia's got it different now, but sometimes Wikipedia's wrong. I think it was their 52nd game. Okay.
You did a lot. You did a live stream when the hurricane or whatever hit, and then you were taking calls, and then somebody called in and was like X, Y, and Z. Then we researched it. You know what I mean? A caller called in with it. I ain't gonna lie, cousin. And then we researched it, and it was like, oh shit, there's money in the bank.
Yeah. All right, cousin Moore, my daughter's getting up too, but hey, I'm glad you closed this Philly-related stream out. It's always good to hear from you.
Absolutely, I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, thanks, cousin Moore. Have a good one, man. And you guys, that's what they do. Come on, man. Jordan putting out $215 shoes, the Philly area code on the day leaving 61 days left in the year. See, that's the thing most people don't know. They don't know that Philadelphia equals 61, but that's a clue. And they're the Eagles colors. And Jordan played his last game in Philly. We'll continue to mount the clues. All right, guys, we'll leave it there for now. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks everyone who hits the like and the share. And until next time.